Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Dear viewers and the students at large, we have come to yet another lesson. We are still covering the nouns. And today, we will cover the collective nouns. The collective nouns. What are the collective nouns? Collective nouns. These are words for groups of people, animals, or things. These are words. So the collective nouns, they are words for groups. When you want to talk about things in one group, they are many things, but they are contained in one group. This group is what is called a collective noun. It is collected into one. It has been accumulated into one. So it could be many people in one group. Many people, they are in one group. They are doing something together as a group. It could be animals. Animals, when they are in a group, they are together as a group. Or it could be things. It could be other kind of things when they are collected into one group. So we are going to look at some of the words that are used in collective nouns, or those words or words which describe groups of people, groups of animals, and groups of things. So welcome. So when we are talking about people in a group, these people, they are engaged in different things, okay? So we say a crowd of people, a crowd of people. So when people, they gather together in one place, this is a crowd. We say a crowd of people. A team of players, a team of players. So these are people, maybe they are playing football. This is a team of players. Or these are people who are working together as a team. So we call them a team of players. A gang of thieves, a gang of thieves. So this is a group of thieves, people who are known for doing bad things, stealing, looting, things like those. A choir of singers, a choir of singers. When a group of people are singing together as one group, we call it a choir of singers. A crew of sailors, a crew of sailors. These are people who work in a ship, or also the people who work in an aircraft are also called the crew, but we call them the crew of flight attendants. So the crew of sailors, these are sailors, people who are working at the sea, they are working in a ship. A class of students, a class of students. So when the students, they are in a group, we call it a class. This is what we call a class, a group of students. A panel of judges, a panel of judges. The judges are the people who make or who give a sentence in the courtroom. They listen to the cases and they deliver the charges, or they give the sentences in a courtroom. A platoon of soldiers, a platoon of soldiers, the group of soldiers. A party of friends, a party of friends, a group of friends. An audience of listeners, an audience of listeners, or an audience of viewers. People who are listening in one group, they are listening to somebody, they are in a group, this is an audience. Or people who are watching something as a group, it is an audience. When we go to the animals, some of the examples of the collective nouns about animals. We have an army of ants, an army of ants. So when the ants, most of the time the ants, they don't move one by one. They are always in a group. So this is what we call an army of ants. A flock of birds. When the birds are flying together as a group, this is called a flock of birds. So in English, we have a proverb that says, birds of a same feather flock together. So people who have similar characteristics, they are always in the same group. That is the meaning of the proverb. Flock of birds, a herd of cattle, a herd of cattle. So this, a herd of cattle, it can consist of cows, goats, camels, elephants. So they will all be in this group, the herd of. So a herd of cattle, a swarm of bees, we can also say a swarm of locusts. A pride of lion, the group of lion is called a pride of lion, or a troop of lions also sometimes. A troop of monkeys, a troop of monkeys, a group of monkeys. A pack of dogs, a pack of dogs. When the dogs are together in a group, we call it a pack. Also, we can say pack of wolves, when the wolves are also in a group. A school of fish, or a hole of fish, many fish together in one group. This is what we call a school of fish. A school of fish. A brood of chicken, a group of chicken together, a brood of chicken. A team of horses. So here we are going to use the word team, like we have used the team here, but now we are talking about horses. So also a group of horses is a team of horses. Things, when you are talking about things, a galaxy of stars, a galaxy of stars. When the stars in the sky, they are in one place, many stars gathered together in one space, it's a galaxy of stars. A forest of trees, a range of mountains. There are many mountains which are in one area. We are going to say a range of mountains. A fleet of vehicles, a fleet of vehicles. So here we are talking about the motor vehicles. Here we are talking about motor vehicles. It could be the small personal cars, it could be big trucks. Also, fleet, we use it for ship. When the ships are in the ocean, they are following each other. Many of them, we call it a fleet of ships. A library of books, a library of books. So this is how we have the library. Library is where you go to read books or where there are books. So a library of books, many books in one place together. A set of tools, a set of tools, the things that you use to work or things that are used to do some kind of work, when they are in one box or in one place, we call it a set of tools. A suite of rooms, rooms which are all together as a group. A pair of shoes, when you're talking about the shoes collectively as a group, a pair of shoes. So we are using the word pair here because pair means two, and most of the time the shoes, they come 2 by 2, so they come in pairs. A cloud of dust, when there is dust, when the wind blows up the dust and there is a lot of dust, we call it a cloud of dust. A bunch of bananas, we can also say a bunch of flowers, we can also say a bunch of keys. So a bunch of bananas, a bunch of flowers, or a bunch of keys. And these are some, just some. You can go and Google the collective nouns, you can learn more, but I have just given this is the tip of the iceberg. This is just something in brief. I've made it in brief. So there are more collective nouns. You can go and research. So these are some of the collective nouns, and This is where we have come to the end of the lesson for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like and share. Until next time, wahada wabillahi tawfiq. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.